being demotivated was basically a result or an outcome of a situation or my circumstance or the people I was surrounded with. However, that's not correct. Rise and shine, and welcome to the ASOM experience. How amazing it is to be alive again today. Thank you for showing up, whether you're connecting on the podcast through Spotify or if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you for being here. I would invite you to please hit the subscribe or follow button and please stay tuned for more. So, today's episode is quite special. This is really one of the biggest messages that I have to bring out through a state of motivation. And since I started this project, I've been really working through research and trying to understand the root causes of how to be motivated and what makes us lose this. So today we need motivation more than ever before. And statistics has shown that the level of motivation has been going down since the last few years, actually, and especially during the pandemic. The world is in desperate need for us to motivate each other or to self motivate. And with the pandemic still ongoing, we cannot dismiss the fact that we are going through very dark times today. So, I am here to bring this message forward, to use my voice, and to share with you what are some of the reasons why you're feeling demotivated. What are some of the symptoms that you can feel or see? And that's so important also to start with that level of awareness. Once you start feeling these symptoms, you would actually understand that you're going through this. And also at the end, some tips and hacks on how to overcome feeling demotivated. So, thank you for being here. And I'm going to start off with sharing some of the reasons why you're feeling demotivated. Um, Mainly, this happens when you're working without a specific purpose. You feel like your goals are not clear. You feel like your vision is not set, and it's really hard to feel like we're living without any specific purpose. And your lack of motivation also stems from fear. We all have different types of fears that show up in different ways and forms, but that lack of motivation also can be rooted from certain fears that we have in us. Sometimes also you are doing things from the wrong reasons. Are you doing things for certain reasons that you do not feel are right for you? Do you feel that you are overwhelmed or you are taking too much on you? Do you feel like you have no time to focus on other things? Do you feel like you are dealing with certain symptoms of mental illness? And are those goals that you're setting too big? Are they unreachable? Are they actually realistic, or is that just the picture, this ideal image that you've created for yourself? Also, it could be that you are engaging in self sabotage. So, those are the 10 main reasons why you can feel demotivated. So it all starts with awareness and it all starts with actually accepting the fact that you are not feeling so motivated. And we all go through this. This is absolutely normal, and it's okay to feel unmotivated as long as you are able to see that and you are able to actually work through it. So some of the symptoms that we get by feeling demotivated is, first of all, the lack of punctuality. Whether you're arriving late to work or increased time to start work after arriving at the office. Or it could be that you're dreading the alarm and you're hitting that snooze button so much. Or it can be that all these symptoms show up when we're feeling unmotivated. So, also, other symptoms can be change in mood towards people around you, whether your colleagues, your family, your partners, your children, any of that. That change in mood also is impacted by the level of motivation that you're feeling. Another thing is also the absence from certain tasks or activities that you usually do, like your job, showing up at the office, or actually showing up at a certain activity like your training, um, anything that has been affected in your schedule where you feel like you're not able to fully show up, that's also impacted by your level of motivation. Another one is your focus. Do you feel like you have that lack of focus? Do you feel like you are distant a little bit from people around you? You're not really fully concentrated and there and present in what they're saying, or is your mind wandering and going to different places? Another one also would be feeling or actually saying inappropriate or negative comments. Um, that is something that usually comes out from feeling this low motivation that's coming from inside, that's basically reflected on our words, our expressions, the way we talk, the way we move, our physical, body contact. um, that all shows up. Another one also is lack of input, lack of news, lack of updates. And this lack of input actually is basically the way you interact with the people inside your community, whether it's your family, your colleagues, or anyone who's around you. The fact that you lose that contact and delivering the certain information around you, this also is definitely symptom for feeling demotivated. Another one also, and I felt this one, I'm going to share also my experience on that. So increasing the reluctance to take on more responsibility than the bare minimum. Sometimes we feel like um, this is enough and this is the bare minimum. This is what keeps me going. This is what keeps the income coming in, and then I will not do anything more. This is basically a certain mechanism that happens when we feel completely demotivated and there's no drive, um, there's no life force that's really bringing us into our excellence, into the best thing that we can provide. And I felt this. I've really felt it in some of my past jobs where, I didn't feel that need or urge to deliver really to a certain level of quality. And then it showed me basically clearly that I had that symptom of feeling unmotivated because the job was not fulfilling enough. I wasn't feeling like you know, um, the entourage, the context, the people I was working with were really, interesting enough. So many reasons, but basically that impact this level of motivation. So if you notice all the symptoms that were mentioned and all the reasons are always coming from within. This is something really important to keep in fact because as someone who's feeling demotivated, we always have this tendency to blame it on external factors. And myself, I've done this also many times, and I felt that being demotivated was basically a result or an outcome of the situation or my circumstance or the people I was surrounded with. However, that's not correct. Being demotivated is always something that starts within. The What is happening around us can lead us to that by the way we interpret or we perceive, the external factor. And then that's something else to deal with. But awareness and being conscious that this feeling of being unmotivated is essentially starting from within. And this is extremely important for us to know. So as you listeners, just I totally invite you right now to look back and reflect on one of the moments where you felt unmotivated recently, whether it was in the office, whether it was on the way driving somewhere to pick your children, or any of that. Have you really connected with the root cause, and have you really found out that this was something that was happening within you, or are you still blaming the external factors on that? And it's totally fine. I'm here to also try to bring maybe a higher level of awareness around these things, because I was there too, and I still sometimes fall in that trap. But whenever I do, I reflect, and then I look back and I look within, and I see that, hey, those are coming from within. So before moving to some tips and hacks, I'm going to go quickly through the 10 reasons and then through the symptoms. And I hope you have a notebook with you. So if you're taking notes, that would be amazing. So 10 reasons, and I'm going to ask them as questions, and that would be good for you to ask yourself. Are you working with purpose? Do you feel that your lack of motivation is coming from your fears? Are you doing things for the wrong reason? Do you feel like you're taking on too much and you're overwhelmed? Are you dealing with symptoms of mental illness? Do you feel like your goals are too big? And one more, are you engaging in self sabotage? Those reasons are the main ones for you to feel demotivated. Other symptoms on those, basically, that would be a good also self check to ask yourself right now, am I really feeling demotivated through these symptoms? Do you really feel that you have these traits? So, do you have any lack of punctuality? Do you feel like you're arriving late to certain events or appointments or meetings? Do you have any mood swings or change in the way you're feeling all of a sudden? Do you feel like you have increase in absence from certain activities? Do you feel lack of focus? Do you feel like you are bringing out negative comments? Are you giving enough input to the people around you? And one more symptom, are you living on the bare minimum and providing the lowest level of responsibility for you and for the people around you? Those are symptoms for you to check and to scan yourself and to see if you are feeling unmotivated. Some of the tips and hacks. Some of the tips and hacks is, first of all, and what I've mentioned before, the awareness. The awareness that you are feeling unmotivated. The awareness that you know what is going on. Why are you feeling that feeling? And then knowing where it's coming from. So consider the reasons why. This is the number one tip. Consider the reasons why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Where is it coming from? Where inside you is it coming from? This is extremely, extremely important. Another tip here, act sometimes as if you're motivated. I don't know, it's not about faking it till you make it. This is very different, but once you actually do something in a certain way, maybe with more energy, with more, passion, you are basically activating these chemicals inside your brain that will actually end up giving you a higher level of motivation. I'll give you an example. If you go to a training during the warm out, you're there, you're jumping, you're doing certain push ups, you're jumping on the rope, any types of warm up. You're maybe, I don't know, uh, tapping yourself, this is something that will really raise the level of motivation that you're feeling. So if you act as if you are motivated by basically you know, doing what you do while you're motivated, then you will get more of that. So basically, I do practice that also whenever I'm here, whenever I'm sharing something with people around me, whenever I'm doing that on with some of my clients, I'm always giving them the best of me. And for me to do that, I'm basically, it's not just an act, but it's really walking that path, bringing that energy and putting it out there. So you definitely know what I'm talking about, and I'm sure you've been through that. Another thing, another tip, that's tip number 3. Change the way you see a task through better time management and working on your to-do list. We all have busy schedules and we all have so many tasks, and sometimes, just a shift in priorities and how to manage your time better and how to do a task with full focus and full attention, this will bring definitely higher results, and which will lead also to higher motivation. So I'm sure if you change the way you work on tasks and task management, you will start feeling more motivated because you will do more, you will create more, and you will feel much more effective. Another one, and this goes on to much more than self motivation, feeling motivated, is practicing self compassion. And self compassion starts from actually, first of all, accepting the way you are, accepting the fact that sometimes, yes, you are going to feel unmotivated. Sometimes, yes, you are going to feel like you don't want to go out of bed. Sometimes, yes, you are going to feel all these things. But then when you practice that self compassion, when you are there accepting yourself, forgiving yourself, holding yourself, this is where you will start actually feeling motivated again. The fifth tip and hack, and this is maybe one of the most undervalued ones, is please go for a walk. Please go for a walk. Whenever you feel unmotivated, just get out and go walking, whether it's raining, whether it's sunny, whether it's stormy outside. I don't care. Just go for a walk. By walking, once again, you're going to clear your mind. You're going to activate certain chemicals also in your brain. You're going to feel your muscles are moving, your bones are stretching. All of that is going to help you to feel motivated again. Just going for practicing short walks is extremely beneficial. So those are the 5 tips and hacks for you to feel re-motivated. I'm going to go through them again very quickly, and then we will end soon our session. So consider the reasons why you're feeling unmotivated. This is the first reason. This is the first hack and tip for you to feel motivated again. Act as if you are motivated. Put in that energy. Put in that feeling that you felt when you were motivated. I don't remember when last time you had that, and so do that. Another one, change the way you see a task through better time management and working on your to do list. Very important. Practice self compassion. And last but not least, go out for a walk. Those are mainly the tips and the hacks, and I'm sure there are plenty more that are out there. And I hope you find other sources as well. But please, whenever the more research you do, the more information you have, then I truly advise you to start doing and to start taking the small actions, the small steps that will lead to much bigger results. I've been there and I'm still doing that as well. And I'm working on doing this even better. So That was mainly the topic for today's episode. I am extremely grateful and happy that you were here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. I hope you took some notes as well. Please reach out if you have any feedback, if you have any specific topics you would like me to also bring to our episodes. That would definitely welcome. Be free also to connect at a state of motivation at gmail.com or through any messaging. And please contact me if you are uh, willing to join for an interview. Make sure to subscribe and follow, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you so much.